You're watching South Asia Newsline and here are the top stories we are tracking for you on Monday, the 23rd of February. Security personnel neutralized 3 terrorists in India's Kashmir. Netanyahu calls India's PM Modi personal friend ahead of Israel visit. And Afghan survivors recall ordeal after Pakistan carries out strikes. And offer all the details. In a joint operation titled Trashi 1, the Indian Army and the Jammu and Kashmir Police have gunned down at least 3 terrorists in India's northern Kashmir. The army dog Tyson, who helped initiate the operation, also succumbed to injuries, said APS Bal, General Office Commanding of the Counter-Insurgency Force Delta. India has long accused Pakistan of harboring terror groups to use them as a proxy to mount attacks on Indian soil. Pakistan, however, denies the charges.
Collectively, jointly, with all the elements which we had on our disposal, that is the army, the special forces, police, the SOG, the CRPF, and everybody. And collectively, you would have seen that the way we operated in a very, very calm, composed, collective, collaborative manner, that the kind of success we achieved, especially, without suffering any casualty, any harm to any of our troops, except for the brave dog Tyson, who actually initiated the operation, and that is how collectively we could conclude that operation.
Meanwhile, in a major terror module linked to Pakistan-based Lashkar-e-Taiba was busted by the special cell of the Delhi police on Sunday after pro-terror posters glorifying slain terrorist Burhan Wani surfaced at multiple locations in the national capital. 8 alleged operatives were arrested in coordinated raids conducted across West Bengal and Tamil Nadu, officials informed. Police said 7 of the accused are Bangladeshi nationals who had illegally entered India and procured Indian identity documents to hide their real identities. Meanwhile, Israel's Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has described Prime Minister Narendra Modi as a personal friend ahead of the Indian leader's visit to Israel this week, calling it a historic moment in bilateral ties. Speaking at the start of the weekly cabinet meeting, Netanyahu said the visit would reflect the special relationship that has developed between Israel and India in recent years. He highlighted their frequent conversations and past visit to each other's countries, saying the upcoming trip would further strengthen cooperation in economic, diplomatic and security sectors. Netanyahu also stressed enhanced collaboration in high-tech fields, including artificial intelligence and quantum computing, saying both nations aim to be global leaders in emerging technologies while advancing a broader strategic partnership in the region. During the visit from February 25 to 26, PM Modi is also scheduled to address Israel's parliament, participate in an innovation event in Jerusalem, and visit the official Holocaust Museum.
השבוע ניתן ביטוי ליחסים מיוחדים שנרקמו במהלך השנים האחרונות בין ישראל לבין המעצמה העולמית הודו וביני לבין העומד בראשה ראש הממשלה נרנדרה מודי. אנחנו ידידים אישיים, מדברים תכופות בטלפון, מבקרים זה את זה.
And tensions have sharply escalated after Pakistan launched airstrikes in Afghanistan's Nangarhar, killing dozens as Taliban authorities condemned the attack and warned of a calculated response. India also denounced the strikes, calling them an attempt by Pakistan to externalize its internal failures amid growing regional strain. A report.
Villagers in Afghanistan's Nangarhar on Sunday surveyed the aftermath of airstrikes by Pakistan that killed dozens, saying that the strikes felt like the Judgment Day. Afghanistan's defense ministry has condemned Pakistan's Saturday strikes and warned Islamabad that an appropriate and calculated response will be delivered at the right time. The country's ruling Taliban has said that women and children were among the dozens killed and injured.
د ننګرهار ولایت بیسود ولسوالۍ اړوند ګردي کد سیمه کې د شپې 12 بجې د پنجابي دښمن جټ تیارو بمباران کړی دی او په نتیجه کې زموږ عام ولس زنانه ماشومان سپینګیري په ډېره بېرحمۍ سره د شپې په ناوخته په دې روژه کې شهیدان کړي دي او دې سره یو لوی جنایت ترسره شوی دی.
Pakistan has confirmed that it launched strikes on militant targets in Afghanistan after blaming recent suicide bombings, including assaults during the Muslim holy month of Ramadan, on fighters it said were operating from Afghan soil. Kabul, on the other hand, has repeatedly denied Pakistani claims of allowing militants to use Afghan territory to stage attacks in Pakistan. The strikes represent a significant escalation, just days after Kabul released 3 Pakistani soldiers in a Saudi-mediated move to reduce tensions following months of clashes along the rugged frontier.
دا د شپې 12 بجې چې کله تیاره رااله وګرځېدله موږ ویلې که زلزله د غون خلک کورونه کوټونه بار راووته د هغې نه وروسته بمبار یې وکړو بیا چې موږ دې کور ته رالو دې کور کې یو کس ژوندی پاتې و نور 2-3 کسان یې نور هم ایستلي خپل باقي چې 17 کسان غون شهیدان شوي دا غوښتنه ده چې زموږ پوښتنه دې وکړي ولې چې دا یو ځل نه دی جمهوریت کې په موږ باندې برید شوی د امریکایانو کړی و اوس د دې دپاسه دې وکړو برید Pakistan tayari ragli aur bridi khade.
Meanwhile, India's foreign ministry in a statement has also strongly condemned Pakistan's airstrikes on the Afghan territory, claiming that it was another attempt by Pakistan to externalize its internal failures.
Moving on, protests led by women in POGB have brought renewed attention to decades of neglect as residents raise concerns over severe water shortages and prolonged power outages. Activist Senge Sering has called for urgent redressal of the region's constitutional and civic grievances. A report.
Senge Sering, a political activist from Gilgit-Baltistan, has backed women leading protests in Pakistan-occupied Gilgit-Baltistan, saying they are highlighting decades of neglect. After a video from Gilgit went viral, he said women are spearheading a rights movement over water, electricity and sanitation shortages, as residents in the occupied region protest prolonged outages and severe power cuts.
पाकिस्तान के कब्ज़े में गिलगित बल्तिस्तान की जो ख़वातीन हैं वो अभी अब आज़ादी की और हुकूक की तहरीक में आगे आ रही हैं। कल एक ख़ातून की वीडियो वायरल हुई है, वो गिलगित सिटी में अपने इलाके में जो उनकी सहूलियात हैं उनके नापेद होने की वजह से, उनकी कमी की वजह से वो एहतजाज कर रही थी, जिसमें वो कह रही थी कि उनके इलाके में 10-15 दिन में मुश्किल से आधे घंटे के लिए पानी आता है, बिजली नहीं है, सैनिटेशन के इश्यूज़ हैं, मकामी जो बच्चे हैं उनके पास रोज़गार नहीं है। और वहाँ पे उन्होंने कहा कि पाकिस्तान के जो हुक्मरान हैं वो यहाँ के काबिज़ हैं, वो यहाँ से चले जाएं, क्योंकि यहाँ के जो इलाके के जो इंस्टीट्यूशंस हैं उनके ऊपर मकामी लोग हैं, उनको हुक्मरानी का हक़ है कि हमारे मकामी जो लोग हैं उनके अंदर कैपेसिटी नहीं है कि पंजाब से और पाकिस्तान से हुक्मरान यहाँ लाए जाएं।
The activist further said that Pakistan has illegally occupied the region of Gilgit-Baltistan, which rightfully belongs to India, and Islamabad should vacate immediately.
पाकिस्तान बार बार अक़वाम मुत्तहिदा की जो है रेजोल्यूशंस का जिक्र करता रहता है, करारदादों का, तो उस रेजोल्यूशन पे वो अमल करे और फ़ौरन यहाँ से निकल जाए। जिस तरह कि उस खातून ने कहा है कि आप यहाँ से दफ़ा हो जाएं, आपका यहाँ पे कोई काम नहीं है, क्योंकि हमारा जो आइनी रिश्ता है वो भारत के साथ है और जब पाकिस्तान यहाँ से निकलेगा तो हम भारत के साथ बराह रास्त डायरेक्ट गुफ्तगू करके अपने हुकूक जो हैं, आइनी हुकूक और क़ानूनी और जो पॉलिटिकल हुकूक हैं उसके बारे में हम बात कर सकते हैं।
Critics argue that the ongoing crisis reflects a pattern of systemic neglect and discrimination against Gilgit-Baltistan, a region that has long been marginalized in terms of political representation and equitable resource distribution.
And additional security forces have been deployed across districts outside the Kathmandu Valley, particularly in Nepal's southern plains, ahead of the March 5 parliamentary election. At the Nepal Police Academy in Kathmandu, over 3,000 personnel boarded buses for their assigned districts to ensure poll security. Nepal Police spokesperson Abhinarayan Kafle said an additional 13,000 police personnel are being deployed across 6 provinces, excluding Karnali. Personnel dispatched on Sunday will be stationed in Morang, Udaipur, Parsa, Sarlahi and several other districts. Earlier this month, the Nepal Army began deployment under the Integrated Election Security Plan. The Army has mobilized more than 79,000 personnel nationwide to support the police forces. It will guard airports, prisons and other sensitive sites and provide third-layer security during polling. In total, around 3,38,000 security personnel will be deployed. Of 10,967 polling stations, 3,680 have been classified as highly sensitive, 268 more than in the 2022 election, reflecting heightened security concerns. Moving on, hundreds of devotees on Monday gathered in India's hill town of Dharamshala to pray for the long life of exiled Tibetan spiritual leader, the Dalai Lama. The revered Buddhist leader arrived at the main Tibetan temple complex in Dharamshala, where monks and foreign devotees who were waiting patiently to seek his blessings greeted him. The prayer ceremony was organized by former Tibetan political prisoners from across the world and the Lhasa Boys Association, Switzerland. China, keen to consolidate its control over Tibet, views the Dalai Lama as a separatist. Beijing insists its leaders would have to approve his successor in a legacy from imperial times. However, the Dalai Lama has previously said that he would reincarnate in the free world outside China and has told his followers that the sole authority to recognize his reincarnation rests with his non-profit institution.
Everybody very excited today because it's, they have I think so. It's 17 countries, all this, the politicals everywhere. So most of it is all in Australia. So they have we have a long time just for organizing for this one. For today is we are really excited to His Holiness Sid. Everybody, just that's why we're here.
That's all in tonight's edition. We will see you same time tomorrow. Good night.